So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down cold emails that I have received in my inbox, show you things that I would improve, what I would do differently, and overall, how to send a good cold email in today's landscape. So let's dive right in. So I'm going to go to the first one here, which I was actually very impressed with. I would actually be willing to book a call with this guy. So he goes, "Hi Lewis, happy Tuesday. I came across your Twitter account and I figured you might be interested in growing a YouTube audience." Now, whether or not he actually knows this to be true, this is actually something that I've been considering, right? So this just kind of reaffirms my point of, okay, if you're going to be emailing people, there's always going to be people that need your service, right? To show you, to continue on, he said here, we help Twitter influencers build a YouTube sales funnel. It generates 10 to 30 qualified sales meetings every month, guaranteed, or you don't pay. Now that is a great offer, right? Like, it's almost to the point where it's a no-brainer. Would I be skeptical? But that said, I've seen this guy. I've seen him on Twitter before. So yeah, he's obviously legit. So probably worth the time. Now he said, into the case studies, we've grown the YouTube channels of these Twitter influencers. I've heard of a couple of these guys, Nick Abraham. And yeah, then he just goes, interested in discussing some YouTube growth strategies. So overall, I would give this cold email like a 9 out of 10. I think it is incredibly solid. There's really not much I would improve on from here. I think it is incredibly solid. Now the next one, this was from a SaaS product called ClipGen. So it goes, "Hi Bruce Media." So obviously this wasn't personalized to me, but this is going to show you the proof of why you need a good offer. So it goes, "I'd like to quickly tell you about a project you might be interested in." Okay, it's decent. ClipGen is a startup that automatically turns podcasts into short clips. Cool. That's something relevant to my business, to what we do. That's great. We offer an automated service that analyzes podcasts to find and edit engaging clips that are most likely to perform well on social media to maximize reach. Sounds fantastic. We have a complete overhaul of the platform, blah, blah, blah. If you're interested, we'd like to offer you a trial of the platform prior to the public launch, including free credits. Then he goes on about the affiliate. Let us know if you're interested or being involved in your trial. Now, overall, in terms of structure, I would probably give this email like a 6.5 out of 10. But in terms of having a great offer, this is the thing when you have an amazing offer, right? The fact that it said, "Hi Bruce Media," like, for context as well, I rarely respond to cold emails, right? Very rarely. But that being said, when it's a great offer and it's something I'm interested in, of course I'm going to respond, right? So it goes to show that, it doesn't have to be a perfect email to get responses. So if I was going to improve this, I would make it a little bit shorter. I would make it a little bit more about myself, right? Myself as the prospect. So this is all talking about them as a company. It doesn't really talk a lot. Besides maybe this part, it analyzes and finds engaging clips that are most likely to perform well and maximize reach, I would say, for you. So then it makes me think that it's for me. But yeah, besides that, I think it's maybe a fraction long, but I'd give this email 6.5 out of 10. Now this next one, straight off the bat, it is way too damn long, right? Like, I'm literally not going to read past the first line here because it does not have my attention at all. Who in their right mind is going to sit there and read this whole entire thing? So, I mean, I'm not going to bore you guys by reading this entire thing as well. I would honestly give this thing like a 2 out of 10. Could be a great offer, but yeah, honestly, it's way too long. It doesn't seem very personalized at all. It just says, "I hope you're doing well. How are you?" It doesn't have my name. Nothing to do with me. It has links as well. So obviously you don't want to be including links in your cold emails. Yeah, like I said, I'm not even going to break this one down. This next one is really crafty. So she goes, "Hi Lewis, my name is Ashley from Barney. Not the purple dinosaur, but just as fun. Cool pattern interrupt. Makes me kind of giggle and laugh, even though it's not that funny. We're a merger and acquisition firm specializing in the marketing services industry." Cool. That's somewhat relevant to what I do. It's great to meet you. Makes me feel like she's genuinely interested in connecting. Now she goes, "If you're ever interested in selling your agency, here's how we do it." Provides a breakdown. Now, I would never include links in the first email. That's a great way to end up in spam. But besides that, it's actually interesting to see how they do their process. Maybe I would include that in one of the follow-up emails. "I'd love to find a time to walk through our transaction evaluation process in the marketing services space. My calendar is linked here. Look forward to hearing from you." Now, in terms of the brevity of this email, it's really good, right? Super short, straight to the point, and an interesting offer, right? Who hasn't thought about selling their agency? If you have an agency, you've probably thought about selling it at some point, right? So the only thing I would really change here is, I would say, interested in connecting, or open to discussing further. Let me know and I'll send over a couple of times, right? When it says my calendar is linked here, a lot of people are just going to ignore it, right? So I would more ask a question in the CTA versus just saying my calendar is linked here. But besides that, I'd honestly give it like an 8 out of 10. In this one, let's have a look. So navigating the high wire business, why the second step is the scariest. So firstly, I have no idea who this is, and he's writing it to me like I'm on his email list or like he knows me. He goes, Lewis, one of the things I love about coaching is I'm being constantly challenged to reflect on how I approach to providing the greatest value to my clients. I don't give a shit. Really. Like, why would you ever start a cold email like that? That is never going to get people to respond. During my conversation with business owners, it's clear there's a big gap. This is stuff that you would do later in the sales process. Like, this is not something you would do as the initial thing. Then he proceeds to send quotes, more quotes. Okay, this, honestly, I just think this guy doesn't know what he's doing. With all due respect, if you're watching this, I apologize. But yeah, it is, needs some work. I would give this one like a 1, maybe 2 out of 10. Actually, I just take that back. I give it 0. Now this one, let's check it out. Hey Lewis, I'm Daniel and I built an influencer agency called YXterics where I found you on the LinkedIn competitor recommendation page. Okay, it's a little bit of a generic first line and he's made it a little bit too much about him. Like, one of the things that I always try and practice in my emails is not saying I, because it makes it sound like it's all very self-centered, right? So Daniel here built an agency called YXterics, right? So I'd say that. Simple tweak. Hyphen, found on the LinkedIn competitor page. Haha, love what you're doing with Boost Media. That's what I would have changed there personally. I'm now building Creatable, the easiest ways to find the perfect influencer match for your marketing ventures to significantly increase ROI. I would love to get your feedback. Would you be free on Friday for 30 minutes? So, 2 things about this line. One, he's just asking me for too much. Like, I would love to get your feedback. Would you be free for 30 minutes? Like, who actually is free for 30 minutes just to give someone feedback, right? The way I would do that if I was trying to get someone to do that, would be like, hey, built this tool called Creatable. If you're interested in finding influencers to match your marketing adventures, it's a perfect way to increase your ROI. Is this something you'd be interested in? Let me know, and I'd love to, set you up with a demo and get your feedback, right? So it would just take a slight bit of different framing. So if I was to reword it, I would make it less about I and more about me, the prospect. I would not ask for feedback. I would offer something first in exchange for feedback. And if I'm asking for time, I would say, would you have 5 minutes to run through it, not 30. So yeah, without going too much in detail, that's what I would tweak on that to make it perform better. Overall, I'd give this one like a 5.5 to 6 out of 10. And lastly, this one is honestly really good. Hey Lewis, noticed you've been interacting with some buddies and I on Twitter for a while. Appreciate the support. I'm Gabe, CEO at Default Kings. We can help you lose 10% of your body weight in the next 12 weeks with our default actions framework. Just recently, we helped Drew Hartman shed 73 pounds in 4 months, all without cutting out barbecue or ice cream from his diet. Open to discussing how we can help you do the same. Now, I love this. This is the perfect example of like a compliment, a case study, and a call to action, right? So he started off with a first line here, saying, notice you've been interacting with some buddies and I on Twitter for a while. Whether or not he actually knew that I might have interacted with him, I know we follow each other. That's definitely good targeting on his part. Super brief introduction, CEO at Default Kings. Now he's made this about what he can do for me, right? If I wasn't already shredded, then I would probably say yes. But he goes, we can help you lose 10% of your body weight in the next 12 weeks with our default actions framework. Now he gets into the case study. Just recently, we helped Drew Hartman shed 73 pounds in 4 months. What a great result. All without cutting out barbecue or ice cream from his diet. Open to discussing how we can help you do the same. Now, honestly, I would give this a 9 out of 10. Super succinct, super straight to the point, follows a great framework, and yeah, really kind of taps into the pain and the desires that people will have, losing weight without cutting out their favorite foods. So yeah, this one's epic. That's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed this cold email breakdown session. If you like the video, please like, subscribe. Let me know if you enjoy this kind of content. I'll make some more because there's no shortage of cold emails coming into my inbox. So have a wonderful day.